Hello and good morning. Meow. Welcome to PodKat. This is my pod and I am Kat. Today is April 20. What is today? 28th, April 28th. And I have a special guest today. She is a comedian, actress, dog mom, my former roommate, and the hardest working hustler out there. Hey, Whisper.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, girl. You want to tell us who you are and where you're coming to us from?
Okay, so I'm Whisper, like you said, actress, comedian. I am now currently living in Van Nuys, California, but I'm originally from Maryland. Been out here pursuing my dreams for about 6 years. It'll be 6 years on Mother's Day.
Yeah, we moved out here about the same time, and we lived together in Pasadena for a while, and we both were doing show busy kind of stuff, wanting to be in the movies. And I've seen you as a phenomenally talented actress, but you also recently have gotten into comedy, which is, well, actually not even recently now. You've been doing it for quite a while. How's that been going?
Oh, it's been going great. Yeah, almost a year now doing stand-up. I had done like sketches and funny videos on Instagram. That would be 2 years now, but stand-up almost a year. It's good. It's a very welcoming environment. Comics are very understanding. We all kind of go through the same process and deal with the same stuff. So everyone's been really nice and kind, giving a lot of advice. I have not been booed. Take the point. I've never been booed yet. But no, I've done pretty well with the comedy so far, hoping that once everything with this quarantine calms down, I can get back on the stage immediately.
I've often thought maybe I should do comedy, but I've literally never had the thought that I would be booed, and now I have that fear. Goodness. I appreciate that people are being kind to you, though. I would think it would be kind of a competitive, cutthroat situation, so it's nice that people don't view it that way.
Yeah, it's quite surprising to me because with comedy, if you're funny, you're funny. With acting, me and a man are almost never going to compete for the same role. But with comedy, we're all competing. Like everyone, man, woman, like it doesn't matter. And so I was very surprised when people were like, this is how you book a show, this is who you talk to get onto the show, this is what you do, giving me so much information. I've just found that in comedy, more than acting, people are so much more welcoming and open to give guidance, which is so surprising.
That's really encouraging to hear. I feel like film can be really competitive, and I'm not even in front of the camera. Even behind the camera, it's competitive. But I like to have a good network of film people, cast and crew that I know I can ask to work on the next project that I'm involved with. So I like to keep in touch with everyone, but I mean, the acting side of it is so competitive. So would you like to give us a brief how the pandemic has affected you? Are you in quarantine? What's happening with work?
Yes, I am in quarantine. Luckily, I've been able to work from home. I'm working on a laptop, and I'm just working from home. But it's affecting me because I can't get on stage. All the comedy clubs are closing, and all the comics are kind of coming together to make sure that the clubs are not impacted drastically or where they're not, either anymore. But yeah, I'm staying in quarantine. It's keeping me busy as far as my mind trying to come up with more jokes or creative ideas and do fun things on Instagram. So it's just impacting me in that way of trying to be more creative. Can't wait to get back on the stage. Yeah. I'm like going crazy. I'm like doing jokes for my dogs. Like, what do you think? Is that funny or no? Oh.
Well, as long as the dogs haven't booed you yet, I think you're on the right track.
They fall asleep. I'm like, how dare he fall asleep when I'm...
Well, you have been making comedy stuff on your Instagram and Facebook. Do you want to plug the name of your Instagram where people can find you for jokes?
Yeah, so my Instagram is Whisper Washington Comedy. My Facebook is also that, and so is my YouTube. My YouTube, I actually just do chit-chats and where you can get to know me a little bit more. That's on my YouTube, but Facebook and Instagram are all my funny sketches.
Well, people could probably use some jokes right now. So Whisper Washington Comedy on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you and I both moved out here about 6 years ago, and we moved out to Hollywood knowing no one relatively. We've had to stay long distance with a lot of our friends, as well as you and I became friends, and we always entertained ourselves without spending much money because we didn't have any. So I was thinking today it would be kind of fun to play some of those games that don't really cost any money and are just kind of silly, and just so people get an idea of ways they can stay in touch with friends. Okay, so the first one's really simple. It's just a word association game. So we're both going to start, just say 2 random words. So I'll say a random word, dog, and then you say a random word that has nothing to do with dog.
Fork.
Fork?
That's the first thing I could think of.
Like us fork and spoon?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the first word is dog, and we're going to say associations until we get to fork. That's our goal. Does that make sense? So
okay.
I said dog, so now you're going to say a word that makes you think of dog, and then I'm going to say a word that makes me think of the word that you said, and then we're going to keep going until we get back to fork.
Oh, okay. So I have to think of a word that would make me think of dog?
Yeah.
Leash?
Okay, so you said leash, so I will say necklace. And then you say a word that makes you think of necklace.
Neck?
Neck, okay. So I will say giraffe.
Spots?
Spots. Okay, ooh, spots. And then we don't want to repeat any words, so I can't go back to dog. So spots. How about cheetah? Fast. Dinner, if you eat your dinner fast.
Dinner, chicken?
Chicken. And you eat a chicken with a fork. We did it. Yay! You want to do it again and we'll go a little faster? Okay, so you give us the first word. Car. Okay, and then the last word is chipmunk. So I'm going to say something that makes me think of a car. Steering wheel.
Squirrel?
What does a squirrel have to do with a steering wheel?
I lost it. Okay, wait. So steering wheel. Okay. Steering wheel. Driving.
Road trip.
Pit stop.
Trucker. Hat. Sombrero. Mexican. Enchilada. Cheese. Dairy.
Cow.
A cow is an animal. A chipmunk is an animal. We made it. Okay, and the next one is a little similar, but a little more connected. So name a category. The category could be like celebrities or food or movies or songs, any kind of a category. Movies. Okay. So it's kind of a barrel of monkeys game where we're going to say so if the category had been celebrities, I would say Tom Hanks, and then Tom Hanks ends in an S, so then your celebrity would have to begin with the letter S. You have 7 seconds or something, and if you can't think of a celebrity who begins with the letter S, then the game's over. So we're going to do names of movies. So I'll let you go first if you want to name a movie. Bad Boys. Bad Boys ends in an S, so then I would say Sweet Home Alabama, which ends in an A, so then you have to say an A movie.
Alpha Dog.
And a G. Good Burger?
Oh, gosh. I can't do it.
I know.
Wait, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Yeah! Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer ends in an R, so I have to go back to R. Oh, man, I should have been thinking while you were doing it. Rain Man.
Next Day Air. Oh, that's R again,
too. Repo Man.
Repo Man. That's and again. I can't think of an
I
end.
know.
Huh?
So people can play this with any category, and this is a nice one if you're like in line at the DMV or you're waiting for a movie to start. Like you can just play these with your friends and come up with any category. You want to jump to the next game?
Yeah, for sure. I like that one. That's a
fun.
good one. I was like, boy.
I know, you suddenly can't think of a single movie. I usually do it with celebrity names, and the fun thing about celebrity names is so like if it's R and you say like Ronda Rousey, that has 2 R's, so then you get like double points. So if you want to play it like with points, it's kind of fun. Okay, so the next game is a Guess Who game. So I'm going to be a character, and I'll tell you a hint about my character, and then you're going to just ask me some questions to try and guess who my character is, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
She's ready. So I am going to be a villain, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a villain, okay, and I'm going to get in character, and then you're going to interview me until you guess who I am, okay?
Ooh.
Okay, here I am. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Okay. Have you been in any movies?
Yes, thank you. I've been in several movies.
Are you a clown?
I am not a clown, but very good guess.
Have you been in comic books?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay. What's the most villainy thing done? Villainy is not a word, but you know what I mean.
Honestly, I don't see myself as a villain. I just see myself as hungry. But people don't like when you eat them. So I'd say that's been a problem for me in making friends.
Okay, so you eat people.
Mm-hmm.
Are you Hannibal Lecter?
Oh, wow, no. Good guess, though. Maybe he and I would be friends.
Not Hannibal Lecter.
If Hannibal Lecter and I were friends, I would eat him, but he would not eat me.
Oh, gosh. What, I feel like this is cheating, but what movies have you been in?
Oh, I can't tell you that. My name is the same as my movie.
Shoot.
I'll tell you that I like to go swimming. That's a big thing for me. I'm always out swimming.
Jaws?
Yeah! I was Jaws.
Oh, goodness. That's one of my favorite movies, too.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of, like, I'm like, Kat doesn't watch this kind of scary movies that I watch.
I do not like scary movies unless there's a shark involved, and then I've seen every single one. The other day, we had a hard day. We were sad for some reason, and I was like, you know what would pick us up? A nice shark movie. And we watched 47 Meters Uncaged, and I was just like, this is good. This is making me happy.
I love Jaws. It's not even like an intensely scary movie, but it's good.
It's so good. Okay, so we have one game left, and it's a game I'm sure you're already a little familiar with, but you can do it over the phone, and it's scattegories.
Okay.
So we will come up with 6 prompts. So the prompt can be like things you find at the beach. So you and I can decide together the 6 prompts. So the first one, so do you have a pen, a piece of paper, or something to write on?
Yeah, let me get a paper.
So
okay.
while you're finding that, I'll tell the rules of scattegories for anyone who doesn't know. So we're going to come up with, say the prompt were things you find at the beach. We're then going to have a letter. We'll come up with a letter that like R, like say the letter were R. All 6 of the prompts that we have to begin with the letter R. So if it were things you find at the beach, I could say like riptide. But if Whisper and I come up with the same, like if we both say riptide, neither of us gets a point. So you want to come up with a word that no one else in the game came up with. And if you say like Ronda Rousey, then that's not at the beach. But if it were a different prompt, female celebrities, Ronda Rousey begins with 2 R's, so you would get double points for that one. And people can debate it. So if it were things at the beach and you said Ronda Rousey, people would be like, no, that doesn't count. So it's up to the people playing the game, okay?
Okay.
So, how about the first prompt to be things you wish you had in quarantine? Things you
A
wish
man.
you had in quarantine. Okay. That can be one of yours. You have a man. He's just little and furry. The next prompt could be something found at Disney.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse. And then do you want to come up with a category?
Sure. Things you find at a school.
At a school. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How about an item in your fridge?
Okay.
And then two more.
Things you find at a wedding.
At a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then how about names for a dog?
Okay.
Okay, so that's 6. So now I am going to, if you are listening along to the podcast, you can play with us and put your answers in the comments and tell us how many points you scored. I am going to set a timer for 1 minute and then, 1 minute and 15 seconds, okay? And then we are going to write our answers down and then we're going to compare them. And time. Okay, so we're putting our pens down, and we decided on the letter by, I had Whisper pick a number 1 through 26. She picked 12, and L is the 12th letter of the alphabet. So L was the prompt, so if you want to play along, pause now, and then you can't repeat words. So if you use, riptide for the beach, you can't then use it for another one. Okay, so we're going to compare our list now. So for quarantine, something begins with an L. I said Lysol.
I said a library.
Oh, wow, that would be nice. You know what's so frustrating to me right now is that the library is closed. And
so frustrating. Oh my gosh, yeah.
I really love going frequently to the library, so I feel that. Something at Disney that begins with an L, I said leggings, because it was really popular to have these special Disney leggings, and then they ended up making them at the parks and selling them, because Disney wants to make all the money.
I said lifesaver.
A lifesaver?
Lifesaver from Star Wars.
Oh, a lightsaber. Got it. I thought you meant like the little candy. And I was like, after having all those Disney snacks, I could probably use a mint. Yes, a lightsaber. I watched, yesterday for Kim's birthday, we watched some Disney things to make us feel like we were at the Disney park since we can't go. And there was this one that was like, character fails, like people who are dressed up like Disney characters messing up. And so there was one where like Mrs. Incredible falls over and her like face comes off, which is just horrifying.
I've seen
But there was one where the guy playing Darth Vader, or the real Darth Vader, is like battling a kid and his lightsaber just like falls apart. He's like so embarrassing, and the kid just like stabs him with his lightsaber. Things at school. I said a lunch hall.
I said a lunchroom.
Lunchroom. Okay, so we both said lunch, so we don't get any points for that. So cross that off. Something in your fridge. I said lemonade.
I said lettuce.
Lettuce? Oh, good. I put lemon, and then I was like, she's probably going to put lemon also, so I changed it to lemonade. Something at a wedding. I said love.
Oh, that's so cute. I did not think of love at all. I put list.
L-I-S-T?
Yeah, like a list of names.
Oh, okay. Got it. Love.
At a wedding?
Everybody say love. And then last one, names for a dog.
I put Larry.
Larry! I put Lulu. I like Larry. Great name for a dog.
Come here, Larry.
I love dogs who have very human names. Steve. Well, I appreciate your time today. This has been really fun, and I hope it gave people ideas for games they can play with their friends at a distance. I know there's a lot of online games you can play, like Jackbox trivia stuff, but I think this is really fun to do these kinds of things. Free, good, wholesome fun.
Cat loves some wholesome fun.
I do. I like to call my friends and pretend to be Jaws. It's a good time. Well, is there anywhere else people can find you? I know that you have a comedy podcast as well.
I do have a comedy podcast, Young Guns of Comedy, that comes on Sundays. We're not doing anything now, so you can catch up on the episodes. We're on YouTube. Again, that's Young Guns of Comedy. And in July, I will be having a YouTube series come out, a dramedy.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
I will have the links for everything that Whisper mentioned today, where to find her, in the description. So you can go follow her and have some laughs.
Yep.
Good. Okay, cool. Well, thanks to everyone for listening. I'm going to go ahead and let Whisper have the last meow.
Oh.
Meow.
Yeah.